La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la.
The New Testament had not yet been translated into Arabic at the time of Muhammad's life, and would not be for another 200 years. He may have heard someone giving oral. Well, the fact of the matter is, the Quran thinks that non-canonical scriptures are a part of what Christians believe.
La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la.
And وَادْعُوا مَنِ اسْتَطَعْتُم مِّن دُونِ اللَّهِ. Call whoever you want, whoever you're capable of, other than Allah. If in fact you're telling the truth, if you really can, go ahead. And this challenge, you know, it's so impossible to meet this challenge for so many reasons. Linguistics is just one of them. The Quran is talking about history that the Arabs had never even heard of. Western academics that try to prove that the Quran is made up, they say the Prophet borrowed stories from the Bible. Then he borrowed stories from Greek history. Then he borrowed stories from Abyssinia. Then he borrowed stories from here. Then there, then there, then there. And by the time they're done telling you how many places he borrowed from, you're like, how much did the Prophet travel? And how many universities did he get a degree from that he found these like hidden archives of obscure texts that have these parallels to the Quran, that he went and dug into their books and said, I'll borrow this part over here, and that part over there, and that part over there. The fact that you're finding parallels in the Quran to so many variations of worldwide literature in itself is an indication that this is from Allah. In and of itself, like this can't be from a man in the desert, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who has access to the best of the knowledge of the time. The best of the knowledge of the time. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was in Mecca. For example, when Surah Yusuf was revealed, the 12th surah of the Quran, Surah Yusuf, he's still where? In Mecca. He's not in contact with the Jewish community at all. The Jewish community is where? A faction of them in Medina. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is given the entire Surah Yusuf, and Surah Yusuf has such elaborate detail of the life of Yusuf, who is an important figure in Jewish tradition. That's in Jewish tradition. And the Quran comes and corrects a lot of the contradictions and the errors that were introduced into the biblical version of the story of Yusuf alayhi salam, and he corrects them in the Quran. Subhanallah. And that's not even when the Jews were around. And the Arabs are listening to Yusuf and they're like, who's this Yusuf guy? We never heard of him. So much of the Quran talking about Musa alayhi salam, while the Prophet is in no contact with Jews. In Surah Taha is Makki. Surah Al-Qasas is Makki. You would think all the ayat, all the references to the Jewish tradition should only come up when the Prophet is where? In Medina, and he's dealing with them. But no. Subhanallah. So by the time the Prophet ﷺ comes to Medina, he's already challenging them with what they have. I was sitting with a rabbi not too long ago, it's a couple of years now, and I was telling him, so tell me about Moses. Tell me the story as you know it. Because 4 out of the 5 books of the Hebrew Bible are dedicated to the life of Musa. It's a huge seerah with them. Like the amount they have on Musa is tremendous. So how does revelation begin for him? Well, he was traveling and he saw a fire. I was like, was he alone? No, he was with his sheep. I was like, no, he wasn't with his sheep. He was with his family. What are you talking about? You know, إِذْ قَالَ لِأَهْلِهِ أُمْكُثُوا. Then I realized, why did they put sheep there? Why didn't they put his family there? Because his family was from Madian. He married where? In Madian. And Madian is Arab. And his family is Arab. And his children are of an Arab mother. And to the Jews, ethnicity comes from the mother. So if they accept this, then the children of Musa alayhi salam are what? Of Arab. That's a problem. So he was with his sheep. That's way better, you know. And then he went and he got revelation. Subhanallah.
The New Testament had not yet been translated into Arabic at the time of Muhammad's life, and would not be for another 200 years.
If Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was lettered, when the angel came to him with a parchment, according to one narration, and he said, "Iqra," we forget to quote the remaining sentence. His answer was, "Ma ana biqari." I can't read. I am not learned. Ma ana biqari in Arabic is lastu qari'an. I am not learned. His answer was, ما أنا بقارئ. I can't read. I am not learned.
But here's the icing on the cake.
وما كنت تتلو من قبله من كتاب ولا تخطه بيمينك إذا لارتاب المبطلون. It says, addressing Prophet Muhammad in public, and the unbelievers heard it and never objected and said this is not accurate. It says, you Muhammad never read a book before it, that's before the revelation of the Quran, or wrote it with your hand. Then those promoters of falsehood would have reason to doubt.
أم حسبت أن أصحاب الكهف والرقيم كانوا من آياتنا عجبا إذ أوى الفتية إلى الكهف فقالوا ربنا آتنا من لدنك رحمة وهيئ لنا من أمرنا رشدا فضربنا على آذانهم في الكهف سنين عددا.
There is no dispute among scholars, Muslims or non-Muslims, that the age of the Prophet was the epic of eloquency of the Arabic language. It was their basic profession. And that's why Allah challenged them with the Quran. Just as He challenged the Egyptian with their magical power with the work of Prophet Musa alayhi salam. Every prophet has a miracle that's suited to his time. This was the top of eloquence of the Arabic language. They prided themselves of being so eloquent. They prided themselves on being the masters and literally knowledgeable people about the Arabic language. And here is a man who was not known to read or write, who comes up with something like that, that has really amazed them and stunned them.
So the question at the end of the day is, how is it possible that a forgery, which for centuries the Christian world was alleging that the Quran is, how is it possible that a forgery can be far better than the original?
لقد كان في قصصهم عبرة لأولي الألباب ما كان حديثا يفترى ولكن تصديق الذي بين يديه وتفصيل كل شيء وهدى ورحمة لقوم